I was just wondering if you're done driving for a minute.
No.
Look here, Miss Daisy.
I'm running this into the wall. We're taking it 60 miles an hour straight into the wall.
All right, so we got the main event, which saw AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan versus Rusev and Aiden English.
I didn't catch all of this. Did they give Aiden a good showing?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah. They again, like I said earlier, they let everybody know. By the way, he's not
just a mouthpiece.
Yeah, he's not the guy with the microphone. He is a wrestler that can also do the microphone. And it was a lot of fun. Both AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan got to. Well, Daniel Bryan, I believe, for the first time, got to experience Aiden English in a match.
Yeah.
I don't think. Well, no, because when Daniel Bryan was still wrestling before, Aiden English was primarily NXT. Or by that time, was he already up with...
No, because he hasn't been up 3 years. He was still... Are you
sure?
Yeah, Aiden hasn't been on the roster for 3 years.
I thought him and Gotch were...
No, maybe 2, but he wasn't up before.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
so
he came up after Bryan had to retire.
Okay, so...
Or about the same time.
Okay, so unless somebody out there wants to fact check us and let us know, no, you forgot this one part.
Yeah.
To the best of our knowledge now, without fact checking, this is Aiden English and Daniel Bryan's first time in the ring together.
Yeah, I mean, even if he was up, they wouldn't have crossed paths.
Yeah. And, because they were in two
because
totally
English
different
he was a
pictures.
tag team.
Yeah, I was going to say English got brought up as part of the Vaudevillains.
Yeah. So...
God damn it, I missed that.
Yeah. No, I was a fan of that. But that being said, it was kind of fun seeing them interact for the first time. And match again, a lot of fun. You can't really go wrong with Daniel Bryan or AJ Styles or Rusev or English for that matter, as far as tag matches go. So it was kind of easy money rolling into this as your main event.
Yeah.
And then the finish kind of ended up...
The poo hit the fan.
Yeah.
I mean, you have your obvious...
Didn't Nakamura come with the...
Yep.
The punch and the ding-ding?
Yep.
Or ding-ding punch.
Nakamura checked for a chastity belt.
Yeah,
was
so
not
what
there.
is this, three ding-ding punches?
Yes. We got WrestleMania, then the day after, the second day after, whatever, and then...
Today.
we got
and
a three-peat.
SmackDown.
So if this doesn't end with AJ getting a one-up by wearing like a steel cup or a plate, I will be sad.
That's how it should go. Just one time Nakamura goes for the uppercut and my bicep, and then AJ Styles reaches down, pulls out a cup like
I finally got you.
Yeah.
And then it also heralded the return after we saw him in a backstage thing of Big Cass.
Yeah.
Giving Daniel Bryan a big old boot to the face.
Which everybody
he had to get, knee high for him?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and I kind of liked it in the backstage, like, Bryan's cutting an interview, and Cass comes over, and, like, I think Bryan comes up to, like, his xiphoid process.
Yeah.
If that, yeah.
You know? And then Cass is like, oh, so you're the big, like, started, like, wait. And then kind of, it was cheesy, but he went off his head, and then just shrunk down. I was like, oh.
What's up, little man?
You're what's all the fuss is about? And then walked away.
Yeah.
Right.
I like Cass. Like, he's a solid big guy.
I was wondering how they were going to play him, though, coming off of everything with Enzo.
Yeah, they kind of, they flipped him heel.
Yeah.
They kept him as a bad guy.
I'll tell you what, I know
fine.
Big Cass is thanking his lucky stars now, though, that
he separated from when he did.
Well, yeah, exactly. He got separated before all that horrible stuff, came out into the open. He, in a way, wasn't tainted by it the same way that he could have been had he still been with Enzo in a tight tag, team.
Now, I'm interested if they'll do any Cass Carmella stuff, or did they separate? They might have separated. Because I thought I heard that they separated.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with like the extramarital,
and it's really none of my business. Like, I don't care who's dating who.
Yeah.
It's just more, will they do
but
anything or will they cross paths?
It comes out in the dirt sheets. But yeah, I'm not too familiar with who's all dating who. I know the marriages.
Yeah. I am very sad because Peyton Royce is with Ty Dillinger. And they've been together for like 2 years. And that makes me super sad because she's a super pretty lady.
Yeah. And she's keeping you from Ty Dillinger.
Yep. Yep. That handsome man. But I'm also...
He is a 10.
Yes. Yes, he is.
But yeah, I think the match is interesting because although English and Rusev were part of it, it almost felt like they were there just to...
They were there to
push
herald
the stories of Nakamura and AJ Styles, and almost, I guess, to start possibly a Cass and Daniel Bryan story.
That's what I was reading. They're going to put Cass with Bryan to work him back in and hopefully get a good rub because everybody loves Bryan. So if Cass is playing the bad guy, beating up Bryan, they'll dislike him, and it's a good David and Goliath.
Yeah, very much so.
And that's the thing; it's easy in a big guy versus little guy scenario. It's very easy to play.
Yeah, and then they're going to get that underdog Daniel Bryan thing again.
Yeah,
it'll be interesting to see how Cass works with him.
Yeah,
but it's just going to benefit him. I know Vince is still high on him. He has a good look.
Yeah,
he's like, I think, shoot 6'10".
Yeah.
Well,
Big Cass versus Enzo shows that right. I'm not pumping Enzo's work rate up, but Big Cass versus Enzo definitely shows what Cass can do.
Yeah.
With the bigger guy, smaller guy gimmick, whereas Daniel Bryan, I think, can carry himself a little bit more in the fact that he poses a threat.
Yeah,
to Cass's big man.
Hopefully Cass works more like a big man of his stature. Like, it was just a simple mistake for a cool little cutoff that blew his knee.
Yeah.
He went for the boot. Enzo pulled the rope on the spill. He landed wrong.
Yeah.
In retrospectively, he shouldn't have took that big spill.
Yeah.
So hopefully in my eyes, he shouldn't have. But hopefully he works more that big man style and doesn't leave his feet too much.
Yeah.
And it'll be nice to see.
Well, and with Daniel Bryan, as his yin to his yang, I think Daniel Bryan will be more susceptible to playing the role that it should have been. With Enzo, it was kind of big man versus clumsy little man.
Yeah.
So it's
with Daniel Bryan, it's the little man that can actually do
it's more,
anything
it's
and
more
everything.
Believable now.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. So, as a whole, how did you guys feel about SmackDown?
I like SmackDown's roster.
Yeah,
you got to think that I was going to say SmackDown. I think SmackDown won the shakeup. If there's a winner as to who got a better roster put together, I think SmackDown's been winning it.
For sure.
I think
Raw is going to have
for a while
really good if they get the belt off of Brock and someone that's there all the time.
Yeah.
Raw has a really good upper echelon that they can do, and SmackDown has, a good echelon from their mid card up. And I would buy any of those guys that are like Hardy, Benjamin, Joe, Dillinger.
Did you throw an R into Benjamin?
I might have.
Benjamin?
It's possible.
You Caucasianed the hell out of that.
Well,
yeah, I did. But I would buy any of those guys as viable champions.
Yeah.
Well, and again, don't overlook the women's division. I really think SmackDown is winning the women's division now.
If you
Charlotte,
watched,
Asuka, Lynch, the Iconics.
If you haven't watched any of the Iconics, they're solid.
Yeah. You first look, it's basically the new version of Brie and Nikki Bella, but more, just so much more.
I compare them more to Lay Cool.
No, it's the same idea. They look pretty and they come out kind of just being like pissy and ditzy, and then they come into the ring and they lay waste.
They play like the surfer girl.
Like the overly popular preppy
they're
girls.
Australian.
That's a reach, but okay.
I didn't say kangaroo girls. I said I just meant like beach type, like
prissy girls coming out like, oh my god, and then they come in the ring and like I said, they lay waste. But yeah, I think personally, I really, really enjoyed SmackDown and kind of closing out with that extra little kick of Nakamura reminding everybody that he no longer speaks English.
Yeah.
It's just that nice little squee to end out the show.
Somebody online referred to the Iconics as Abercrombie and bitch.
I kind of like it.
That's pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie, that's fantastic.
That would be great for merch.
Yeah,
if they could get Abercrombie on board. But yeah, so as far as SmackDown goes, I think they won the shakeup. I think they got all the call ups and all the trades. They cut off a lot of dead weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then brought in. They got rid of some B and C list roster, and they acquired quite a few A and Bs.
They moved people who they couldn't give a lot of TV time to a show that has more TV time.
Right.
So
more replay time.
So hopefully we can get like Breezango on TV more and just doing. But I hope we get more Fashion Files.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
damn
yes.
it!
But having the roster that Raw has, could you imagine Fashion Files will say Braun Strowman?
It might almost be as good as the Fashion Files with Mick Foley. Did you catch that one?
That
the Snickers commercial?
Best.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
No, we can't ticket him. Because I like it.
No!
Yeah.
So good.
I think SmackDown won the shakeup.
Yeah.
Unless you guys have anything else to add,
don't beat your wife.
Yeah.
We'll end on that. Don't beat your wife. Have a good night, everybody.
Say good night, everybody.
There you go.
Good night, everybody.
All right. So if you want to follow Johnny Wisdom, he is on Twitter at JohnnyWisdom8, number 8. If you want to follow Ryan, he is on Twitter at Tap is Tall.
I think it's Ryan Tap is Tall.
Ryan Tap is Tall. Steven is on Twitter at King of SCW. I'm on Twitter at Boris the Idiot, ID10T. You can also follow the podcast as a whole at Slam Cries Pod. Follow any one of the Twitter accounts for the other podcasts that we have on at Gorilla Quad Pro. We've got at Taco Tuesday Pod, at Therapy_is. You can also go check out Questionable Endeavors Network. They have a bunch of great nerd-themed podcasts as well as articles, live video game streams. Go check them out. A lot of good stuff. If you go and follow at Taco Tuesday Pod, we're still doing a giveaway or a contest for 2 tickets to go see Andrew WK live at Codfish Hollow Barnstormers in Maquoketa, Iowa. Go over there, follow all the rules. You have to submit either your partyist story or your partyist poem. The partyist poem aspect of the contest was actually recommended to us by Andrew WK himself.
Nice.
So, that
ends on the 27th? Is when you have to have that in by?
Yeah, have it in by it'd be this coming Friday.
12:01.
Yeah,
a.m.
The 27th. Have it submitted by then. You can either message us your partyist poem or your partyist story. Otherwise, you can also call us at 563-293-3858. That's 563 is the area code, 293-3858 for a chance to win those tickets. So head on over, check that out.
And you can leave any questions or topics for the show at that phone number as well.
Yeah.
And that's any of the shows.
Exactly. That covers all the podcasts. Also, if you enjoy listening to us, feel free to head over to Patreon and check us out there. We are on Patreon at Gorilla Quad Productions. So go check us out there. If you feel a little twinge in your heart, feel free to donate however you feel to the
well-being of this podcast.
There we go. That will help us to increase the production value of not just this podcast, but the other podcasts involved with Gorilla Quad Productions.
Yep. Yep, and we can just bring you more content too.
Yeah.
And better guest stars than me.
Boom. So, with that being